The most recent chapters of Chainsaw Man have been absolutely crazy, and I've seen some misconceptions about what will likely happen moving forwards. We're going to be covering up to chapter 219 today, so you should probably get out of here if you haven't read up to that point. Pochita has just taken over control once more and just ate the Death Devil. For reasons we still don't know for sure, the Chainsaw Devil has the ability to erase devils from existence entirely. When Pochita eats a devil, the devil itself is entirely destroyed, and the concept it is associated with is erased from the memory of almost all living things. We only know of a few devils that were erased in this way, and we've actually seen several of those happen during the events of the story. Erasing actual concept from reality is a pretty abstract power to have, and can get pretty confusing. Currently, I've been seeing speculation that people will be coming back to life as a result of death being eaten. However, I don't think that's going to happen. The Ear Devil was one of the few devils eaten by Chainsaw Man who was also regurgitated afterwards, and that has given us a bit of insight on how the actual process works. It seems that the erasure of a devil and its related concept only really affects the perception that people have of the present, and doesn't necessarily change the events of the past. You could imagine that humanity would have progressed very differently if ears never existed, but not much actually changed during the time that ears didn't exist. No one had ears anymore, but objects like phones, radios, and earpicks remained. Instead of being destroyed or erased, objects related to hearing were simply recontextualized so that they were seen as normal even in a world without ears. That fact suggests to me that no one is going to come back to life, however unfortunate that may be. Death doesn't exist anymore, so no one will die from here on, unless death gets regurgitated, of course, and I expect that somehow perception is going to shift in order to justify the absences of people who died in the past. I could be wrong about that, but it would get absolutely insane if every single person who has ever lived comes back to life right now. Personally, I'm wondering how this is going to affect the life cycle of devils. As we found out from Angel a while back, devils don't exactly die in a conventional sense. Instead, they go to hell after dying on Earth, and then end up back on Earth after dying in hell. Is that cycle completely frozen now? Or does that process not entirely count as death? Devils are born from humanity's fear of a concept, of course, so I'm not sure that it would count. Humans aren't exactly afraid of devils going to hell after all. Anyway, I think that regardless of what happens from here, things are getting crazy. Let me know if you have any thoughts about how Chainsaw Man's abilities work, or what you think is going to happen as this fight progresses. I'll see you in 2 weeks with my next video. Bye!